What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lumsden Motorsports Garage. I'm Wade Lumsden, and today we're doing some more on the TUFF truck. All right, so a little while ago I actually took out the stock spring and put in this other spring here, and it's just kind of sitting there. It's not bolted in or anything. It's literally just sitting there holding the weight of the truck. But I think I have decided I'm just gonna bite the bullet, and I've started taking this side apart. You can see the PB blaster up there. Started taking this side apart. I already took the retainer off up here. I gotta unbolt it down there, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut the towers out. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just bite the bullet and make it happen. So yeah, here we go. Well, it was a bit of a challenge with them rusty bolts and nuts and stuff, but as you can see, shock and spring are out. Truck is currently sitting on the stock bump stops. I don't know if I can, yeah, there you go, stock bump stops. And I just ran it through its natural travel, and it goes about 15-16 inches ish, just from on the bump stop up to basically where the tires started coming off the ground. So that's kind of exciting. But now I got to get one of these sides up in the air, and kind of just like we did with the brackets in the back. Let's see if I can show you here, but you can see right there, there's pins, these deals right here. Looks like there's 3 pins on the side, and I think there's gonna be 1 pin and maybe a bolt, or is it 2 pins or something, from the underneaths that I will have to cut off. So I got to get this up, get the tire out of the way, and start cutting those pins and stuff to get the bracket out of the way. So woo woo. Okay, so figured I'd show you here before I got too hot and heavy into the job. So this was the bump stop that was mounted there. This is a bolt, and I had to get to it from the backside, but once it was broke loose, I was able to just twist the mount itself, and it came off pretty easy. So and then we had to disconnect the brake line right there. This hose and stuff will come off with the plate when we get that far. Oh, just sent that bouncing. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins is what it looks like to be able to get this bad boy off. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my cutting wheel out. I'm not gonna make you watch me cut this off, but that's what we are headed to do now. Well, we're committed now. Plate is off. There's our brake line poking out right there. Whew. Yep. Now I just got to do the other side, and also knock out these pins here. Just gonna kind of like I did in the back, just beat them with a hammer and punch them through. So okay, got both sides cut off, boom, boom, and it is currently sitting not even on bump stops. It is currently sitting on the frame, so this is absolutely as low as it can possibly go. And then kind of what I'm doing, I'm just looking here, trying to figure out just an idea of what I want to do when I get the coil over shocks. So I got my one pipe just kind of chilling, coming forward, right? And then I have my test 90 piece that I always have laying around, and I just kind of set this here kind of like this just to see, you know, kind of what I wanted to do. Probably some type of a bar coming out here. Now whether it comes straight out and then 90s in, or whether it angles in, I have no idea what I'm going to do there, but just wanted to get a kind of an idea. And then the shock, you know, it's going to mount kind of down where the spring was before, you know, and then we pull this out and it'll be here-ish, I guess, kind of. I don't know. Just kind of looking through the mock-up, I guess, so I can pick my brain later as to what I want to do. Just remember, when you're setting it up, it's really, really easy to come up with a setup on this side, on the passenger side, where there is nothing. Okay. What you got to worry about is the driver's side. So it's probably best to do the driver's side first and then make it match over on the passenger side, especially if you're going to leave the brake booster, the stock master cylinder, and all that happy stuff. If you're leaving all that stuff, it could be, you know, could be in your way if you just create something nice on the passenger side and then go to duplicate it on the other side, or you'll have something completely different on both sides. So I prefer to start on the on the driver's side and deal with all of the extra junk in the way, and then try to duplicate what I did there over on the passenger side. But everything's cut off. Now I'm kind of chomping at the bit to get some material, because I really want to I want to build, right? And you might notice the brake line is off. That's the brake caliper. Brake line is off. We'll have to come up with something for a longer brake line so that we don't damage that while we're running. The stock one is way too tight and stiff, so it's not long enough. Then we'll have to refigure out our limit straps and all of that happy stuff. So lots of work to do, but I feel like most, if not all, of the demolition is done. I know when I said we were going to cut these out, that it was pin. This one had a bolt here on the driver's side. This one was bolted through that hole, and on the passenger side it was pins all the way around. So I got to go back through and look at the cross member here that goes down and around and under the motor, and make sure that I didn't cut a pin that holds the cross member. And I've been looking, and I think I want to stiffen this thing up a little bit. So I might come in here, and at the cross member here, even though it's just pinned, I might throw some welds in here just to make it stiffer, make it stronger, and not rely on pins to hold the thing together. So that might be coming down the pipeline, as well as right here on the frame. I don't know if it looks like it's welded. It's either welded or that's just a bunch of junk. So if it's just a bunch of junk, we'll get it cleaned out, and if it's welded, awesome. If not, we'll probably throw a bead or two down here, just to strengthen that up too. So yeah, just chipping away at some of the small stuff here. Like I said, I'm about ready for some material to start building, right? not just tearing it apart. Until I'm out of quarantine, I can't really go get that stuff, so we will bounce to another portion of the project. What that is, I don't know yet. Maybe we'll move to electrical. I don't know. I'm gonna go inside and eat something, and then contemplate what I'm gonna do next. Okay, lots of fun stuff, guys. Still just kind of tootling around. I am not really doing a whole lot of major stuff, so I've just been doing it off camera. I took the bed sides off so that I could access back here. I stripped a lot of wires back here that weren't needed, and now I am working on this wonderful wiring mess, pulling out a bunch of stuff I don't need, just trying to get stuff cleaned up, basically, since I have the time to do it. Other stuff I did, I pulled out the window regulator. You have to drill those out, they're riveted in, so did that on both sides. I took out the wing windows. That was actually something that was really wanted for the tow truck in Fallon. At first I didn't want to give them up, but once I decided to take out the windshield and all that stuff, I was like, all right, I'll take these out too. So so basically, guys, just doing some more gutting. Like I said, I'm trying to clean up my wiring here. Got lots of wires that I don't need. I'm trying to limit the amount of electrical that is going to be under the hood. So like under here, this is all, you can see DuraSpark. All this wiring goes to like the distributor and stuff, and then there's a bunch of wiring that comes out here that goes to lighting in the back, and a whole lot of that kind of junk that's not really needed, but some of it is needed. So and I don't know, I've been thinking about it. I might get rid of this distributor setup. I might go to a one wire like HEI distributor versus having all of this stuff bouncing around in here. I guess that depends on what budget and time and all that stuff allows. For right now, I'll leave it set up the way that it is and try to just work around it, unless I get a wild hair and just go buy one, and then I gotta wire, but I'll have to wire that stuff up. Yeah, that's basically all that's really been going on. I've been trying to get, you can see the driveway is just absolutely full of mud. As I do projects and get deeper and deeper in, I pull the hose out and I wash it off some more, pull the hose out and wash it off some more. So oh, I guess this was different. Before I had my power wire here, right, and then it ran all along the inside all the way up to the front. Well, now I have it coming here, popping out right here on the frame, and then coming into the cab, you can see, and then it goes under the little floor plate here and pops up. So again, just, you know, cleaning stuff up, trying to make it, I wouldn't say all nice and tidy, but try to make it not all crazy like it was before. And yeah, I mean, I'm really chomping at the bit to get some material here, because I really want to start thrashing and getting shocks mounted and all that happy stuff, but kind of at a standstill. So I'm doing this to keep myself busy and sane. I know it's not a whole lot, but in the end, it'll be nice to have all that done. Like, I think there's a wire here. This wire goes to the solenoid on one end, this end, and then runs down and over and back to the starter. I will probably disconnect that and rerun that to where that wiring is also inside the cab. Yeah, you know, there's lots of things I want to do. I just can't really go do them at the moment, so is what it is. I'll just keep tootling around, doing some planning and some layout, and that way when I am free to roam, I can just rock and roll. So I'm gonna keep doing the junk inside the cab here, and I'll talk back at you. All right, guys, I did a bunch of cutting of wires that I don't need out, and finding some other stuff like to wire up my fuel sender from the tank to my gauges, because I had a front tank and a back tank. Now I only have a back tank, and once I took the switch out, I had to figure out, you know, which wires went to what. I think I got that stuff figured out. I won't be able to test it all until I get all of my electrical moved into the cab, and power actually sent to things, right? So right now it's still just kind of cleaning up the rat's nest, rerouting of things. I think pretty much everything on the passenger side is going to be done pretty quick. I wanted to get most of these wires inside the cab. It was a big nest of stuff that came out through this little hole here, through the firewall, to come out and go to everything that was mounted here. So I wanted to get all those wires onto the other side of the firewall, but I still need to make it to where I have my alternator wires and stuff hooked up. And then, like I said, I'm going to take the starter wire. It's going through a little clamp down there. I'll undo that, and then I'll figure out how to get it to run through that hole the way that I want it. So I think it's getting dark. The smoke's been pretty bad all day, so it's been in and out, doing a little bit, go inside, do a little bit, go inside. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep up to date with the build. I know this video, last couple videos have been kind of meh, because I'm not really getting to build a whole lot. I'm basically just doing a lot of prep to get building later once I can leave the house and go get some materials. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. Don't forget to stop by the Lumsden Motorsports Facebook page. If you want a t-shirt, the Lumsden Motorsports Win the Show, Be the Show, send me a message on there. We'll figure out how to get it to you. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.